Well, it's time to make some noise in the crowd, get these two teams charged up. We're about to start the pistol here in the first half on Inferno. EnVyUs' tournament life is on the line. They need to bring this back and take it to the third map.
So what is going to be the play here from the T's? From Team EnVyUs, they want to be able to close the distance against the USPs. That is the first order of business for them. And we'll have to see whether or not they can actually manage to make that happen. We'll see a handful of grenades on just Apex. The rest of his teammates holding, well, wearing some Kevlar. And the same can be said for G2 as well.
Three men are going towards the B site for the CTs. Makelele going for a super aggressive position straight away. Only going to see Happy. And how far will he challenge? The rest of the EnVy side headed towards the A bomb site where they've lost Kishima already.
Yeah, so that's a great start for G2. Things going as planned. Getting the first pick, thinning out the push, and falling back. And they're making the a bit of a rotation as well. So looks like they've got a good read on the situation as EnVyUs look to barrel into the site, setting themselves up, covering themselves with the smoke. So Apex was holding, and in they go now. Dennis with the first frag. Rain coming in from pit there, trying to rattle off the shots towards Apex. He's going to get it, and there's nobody left alive for Team EnVyUs. G2 surviving with all 5 players. What a start there for the underdogs.
Dennis made the most insane snap on the second player on the site. Just waited for him to dance around the box. Just one tap straight in the face was absolutely brutal. Maybe a sign of things to come here for EnVy. G2 with a solid hold here in the first round. Nobody going down. They're going to be brimming with confidence. It looks cool. Look at it. Here we go. Boom.
Very nicely done by Dennis. And well, it's time for the force buy, and you can never feel safe when EnVyUs have a force buy. Let's see what they're able to accomplish with it. They're moving towards the apartments at the moment, looking for those close ranges with the pistols before they can finally set up to actually burst onto the A bomb site. But that said, they are moving back a little bit, just showing that early round presence. Rain is going to be very deadly with this Mag 7 if he gets challenged close, but there goes the smoke to slow EnVyUs down, and they decide to reroute their push.
Indeed, Rain looking to play close, looking to spread the good word of the Mag 7 Bible, but the pilgrimage will be towards the B bomb site, it seems. Fox going to be holding the aggressive angle with Jacob. Basically a double peek from these CTs. Will they be flashed though? There are some flashes. One's been deployed. There it is. But the first frag goes the way of the CTs. They will reposition onto the site as well. Counter flash is coming in, and it's another P90 spray down. We've been given many of these so far. Dennis going to get a frag through the smoke onto Happy there. Did a bit of damage onto the site, but G2 will not be too concerned.
Yeah, Jacob is really just so consistent at spraying people down with P90. He's definitely been practicing that one, and 2-0 the score, so they survive. EnVyUs.
Yes, give me that replay. Oh, that's glorious.
And they managed to survive the force buy. That's really important, because I'm talking about, when they get that good economic start, that's what they, when we really see Fox starting to get the freedom that he needs to pick up the AWP, because if he can't pick up the AWP, then he's not going to get to play his game, and that's going to be a big hole in the G2 side. And now we don't have much investment here from EnVyUs. They couldn't even get the bomb down, and that's a really big deal for them, as they don't get the bonus money from the bomb plant, that extra $800. It's going to hurt them and really help G2. G2 just have to hold on to this round in a very clean fashion and make sure that everybody survives, and they're going to be in a fantastic position going forwards.
Rain was playing super aggressive with the Mag 7 in the apps, was all the way down facing the T-apps. NBK faced from the left side, but he was holding an angle towards the right. Took a bit of damage and will retreat to a more passive position. So minutes on the clock here. And I like this aggressive hold from G2. Bit of a crossfire there, but again, they will move to more passive positions as well. They're definitely considering their risk, the G2 side. Pop flash coming through, and it seems the EnVy play will be towards B.
Oh no, Jacob in with another spray down. 2 players found. Fox there for the cover. Will they be able to burst through his position? Absolutely not. Fox will take all 3 down. And indeed, minimal damage done. Only 1 player lost in Jacob. He had a P90, but that's okay. And now it is buy time for EnVyUs. The AKs are going to be coming out, and all the guns will be blazing as they try to get the round back. They need to take control of this map early on. They cannot afford to let G2 get a good economy again.
Speaking of economy, G2 are playing the long game here. Makelele continuing with the MP7, Rain continuing with the Mag 7, which is of course legit towards the apps as well. So they won't be too concerned if they do lose this round, it seems, as they're not going to go for that maximum investment. Now the problem is EnVy are just so good at shooting people in the face, and they have 5 AKs. This will be quite the test for G2, but if they pass it, then you have to wonder about the confidence, the psychology behind the EnVy side going forward.
Mag 7 coming in for Rain there. Apex is nearby. Will Rain decide to take the fight? Here he goes on the angle there. And Happy comes in at the perfect moment to take down Rain. And the push will commence now. Apex moving through Boiler rapidly there with the cover of the smoke into the bomb site, looking for the entries. Kiyoshima's going to find them as Apex goes over the top for the spray down. He's going to get it. And they're going to take control of the A bomb site here. And JChem, he's against 4 players. This is not happening right now. Just Fox left alive with the M4. And his chances in this one are slim to none.
This is what we're talking about. Apex just charging through like Hasselhoff on Baywatch, but he's got a club and he's beating these sharks to death. Only one remains here, and he may have to run away. I would say with his tail between his legs, Sam, but indeed, sharks do not have legs. So, G2 again, they went for the economical buy here. They kept the MP7, they kept the Mag 7. Rain's on 5.5k, Macaulay on 4.5k. We'll see if they opt for a buy around this M4 in the next round. Health and safety, lads. I'm not sure if that's allowed on the stage there. Have a word.
It's all right, James. I bought my flame retardant suit. I'll be okay at least.
At least there's that then.
So 3-1 the score, and G2 starting to look pretty good, but EnVyUs, you know, being responsible, keeping the economy in check of G2, and they actually have a far superior buy now that they, you know, finally got around against them, and they need to keep this going, build up the economy, build up the momentum, and keep the AWP away, or the AWPs away from G2. This is where things can get rather tricky. We can see actually a forward presence from G2 in the apartments just for a moment as they try to get some early information, work out if the apartment is being taken, and indeed it is. We have the basic map control plays in from EnVyUs to generate that control of apartments, but they don't have Banana.
EnVy will be looking to continue their ruthless aggression. No smoke down on Banana for now, so Kiyoshiima will start to charge up, and again, he can do that because he's Kiyoshiima and it's EnVy. If you're there, you're probably going to get shot in the face. What can you do about it? We'll have to find out. Meanwhile, there's going to be a 3-man push up mid. It's going to force G2 to more passive positions, which means they won't have information as to the ultimate play of EnVy, and you can see EnVy forcing their way up mid, instantly retreating now, expecting G2 to have those passive positions, to have no idea what's going on, trying to find somebody in isolation. JChem is in isolation with only a Mag 7. I say only, but Kiyoshima's gone down now. Kenyas trying to spray him down. Apex, of course, coming in to get the trade.
Yeah, sneaky play in front of the smoke. Now Fox is going to be behind that smoke. Going to be re-smoking it. He's the delay here. He's get the frags. The counter flashes are coming in now. They're looking pretty good right now as Fox. He's going to get taken down. He can't do anything against MBK. Oh, what a snap there coming in from Apex. Dennis is going to hit the ground right now, and there's 2 players left for G2 on this retake attempt. It's not going to happen. They're going to just give up the ghost almost immediately and fall back, save the weapons. But EnVyUs, I believe they realize this, and the hunt will be on. And we've got Happy in position. He'll take down one, critically wounds Michael, who has an oncoming Apex. He is hungry like a rabid dog. He's going to try to find his kill, stalking his prey. And Michael, can he survive? It's very important to keep anything alive at this point for Michael. He's got a couple of flashes as well as a kit and some armor. So here comes EnVyUs now. Kenny around the corner, and he will get the frag. Michael has been eliminated, and EnVyUs clean up the round. So another round for them. This is going to force, of course, an eco out of G2.
That was actually really unlucky for G2, and you know, in a previous lineup you heard mentions about bad communication and so on, but we're seeing fantastic communication. You saw the flashbangs coming in for Fox. Was just unable to get the frag before NBK ducked into the pool area, and things became a little bit too difficult. But if he gets one frag there, maybe even 2 frags, G2 have a good chance of taking that round. Unfortunately for them, didn't work out, and they will be still with a 1-round lead, but only a 1-round lead. And that 1-round lead looks to be disappearing soon, considering their lack of economy and what they have been left with. Just a few pistols here and there.
Ooh, nasty dink there onto Kenny. Yes, that's a little bit unfortunate for him. G2, how much damage can they do? That's the question for this round for them with these pistols. As EnVyUs start to take some map control away, and they're using these grenades to take almost the most dangerous positions away, and that is departments, and the spray down comes in. Apex will trade wonderfully with the double onto Rain and Dennis, and now Michael is close with the USP. What will he find? Why is that MBK? Actually, some nice tags. We've got a few low players here for EnVyUs.
Indeed we do. We'll have to keep an eye on Jacob and see if the push ever comes from the B bomb site. Obviously, Kenya's been disabled early as well. There we go. It starts to get cleaned up now, but again, 5-7 and a P2. Never mind, just a 5-7 now. We'll see if Jacob can get any more damage done, or if he can pick up a weapon, which he might choose to save. He's opting to go through CT spawn as opposed to mid, where there might be some weapons. So we will see what the play is. Again, Kenyes's position is precarious, so you can expect a bit of a passive hold from him. Nice shoulder peeking from Jacob as that smoke dissipates. He'll identify Kishima. Going for the wide peek now, but the aim punch will be too much, and there will be no more frags here for G2.
Yeah, I love how clean and coordinated G2's team play is. It's actually really surprising to see how high level their team play is. We saw that on the distraction plays. One player peeks in, the other one finishes off one of the players who was distracted with the pistols. Very nicely done. But all tied up here as EnVyUs takes the momentum back, and this is G2's chance now to stop that. They don't have any incendiaries though, and that's a really big boon to your ability to waste time for the terrorists and force them into pushes. But we have a big push down middle. Speaking of pushes, G2 going straight in. Happy's below there. This is going to be interesting. How much damage is he going to get done? Will he even be spotted here? He's going to pop out and he's going to turn around. He's going to take down MBK with ease. There's the second frag as well. Rain goes down. There's only 2 players left here, JKM and Dennis. What on earth are they going to do here? EnVyUs seem to have crushed that push.
Again, you can see the focus from G2 is not allowing Envy to do what they want, to try and impose their will onto the Envy side. That push only afforded them 1 kill. Jacob's going to be holding down the B-bomb site for now, but multiple people to face. Hot Flash coming in just in time as the Molotov comes out. He's going to dodge between them. He'll be traded by Kenyes. Now it's down to 1 versus 2. Did great work, but again, Kenyes is warmed up now and will get the shot onto Dennis first time.
Pretty amazing that Jacob created a 1-on-2 for Dennis there. That's pretty impressive. However, another round for EnVyUs, meaning another eco for G2. They're really struggling at the moment. I don't think we haven't seen a single AWP for Fox yet. That's a really big deal. So that's going to be coming probably in the next rounds. As you can see, Fox has he's got $3,200 at the moment, so he should have enough with the loss bonus, I believe, in the next rounds. And speaking of AWPs, we've got Kenyes on that AWP, and he's really starting to get warm with it. And see how much more he can do. We've got the anti-eco play from EnVyUs. They need to not get crushed here by these pistols.
Happy is going to be creeping around the smoke, of course, towards top mid on this occasion. Rain trying to do the same, but again, full pot shots. Happy has a shadow advantage over Dennis here, but he's not going to be able to exploit it. Dennis is going to shoot him in the face and the chest, and he's going to be gone. Dennis knows that the gun is around the corner. He could try and get greedy for it. Doesn't realize that the push is coming in towards B, though.
There it is. We see Kenyes with the AWP. He's going to miss the shot, though, but he's got teammates to help him out. The pistols are doing some work here, as we have a couple players dead already for EnVyUs, but finally they'll clean up the bomb site. 3 versus 3, though, and Dennis has found the AK that was left by Happy. That could make the difference here with the Kevlar. He's going to find himself the kill onto Apex. Trace coming in. The bomb is down at the moment. There is a lot of time, but they need to get this thing planted. Michael Ellie, the only man standing with the CZ. No Kevlar. Surely there's also no hope in a position such as this, just bobbing up and down, trying to find an engagement, but he's going to get shot in the face by MBK, and that is another round for EnVyUs, but that was not a clean one. That very well could have happened for G2.
Indeed, G2 looking dangerous on the ecos, just as Envy normally do. The buy comes out, and finally, Fox will pick up the AWP, but where will he head? And if they can string some rounds together, will he go rotating from site to site, position to position? Will it be based on spawns? For now, he's going towards the B-bomb site. With 1 man in tow, it will be 3 towards A for the CT side. So an AWP on both sides. 5 Molotovs on the Envy side, always good to see. There's initial mollies coming in to stop a fast play towards the car area, as Envy will choose to battle for control of Banana.
Yeah, it looks like EnVyUs, after showing very brief presence in the apartment, just shuffle out immediately. Fox, we can see, having the AWP is going to pick up the first round of Kiyashima. That's a really big win right there. However, Jacob playing in front of the smoke again. Oh, what a shot from Kenny. Yes, that was huge. The response, then, oh no, Fox will fluff the nade there. He's got to fall back into second oranges. This will be very awkward. He'll hit the first shot onto Apex. What else can he get done? Tag on onto MBK. Another shot. Will he keep himself alive? Oh, Fox gets the quick shot. And then MBK finishes him off. But so much damage done. MBK with another fantastic frag. And we're into a 2-on-2.
Makelele's got a big rotation. Rain needs to keep control of the construction area. The bomb is going to get planted. Oh, Happy in new box is going to take down Rain, and now it's Makelele versus 2. Through the smoke, in the face. Makelele to fall down. Very unfortunate there for G2. Great hold there for a while, though, by Fox.
Unbelievable stuff that he actually managed to get an extra kill there, but MBK, he will not be denied. It's nice to see MBK showing up in a moment like that, and EnVyUs winning another round. And G2, I mean, we saw that Fox was starting to do some mad work with this AWP. We were bigging them up for quite a while, and you can see the quick little no-scope there. However, it was not enough indeed. And another eco for G2. They're in this horrible cycle of just buy eco, buy eco. It's not fun. them.
And they're going to need more rounds going into their T side, which may prove difficult. Only 3 rounds on the board so far. EnVy back to their standard play, harassing the apartment area. You can see Dennis and Makalele with the pistols, as are the rest of the team. It's got some Kevlar going as well. The team will mostly be around, probably average about $2,500.
And the engagements are beginning right now as the GT players reveal themselves. However, looking like a very grim reality here for the pistolers of G2. And it's just Rain left alive. Can he get some damage done here? There's no one yet to fall for EnVyUs, so Rain needs to make this sting a little bit. But EnVyUs' economy is actually getting really out of hand. We've got a lot of money on some of these players. MBK's on almost $12,000 already. So any additional damage Rain can do is going to be very helpful for G2's chances to pick up rounds in the future. He's going to spot Apex. Apex will take him down though. And we'll go into the next round shortly here. 7-3. EnVyUs are really taking a good lead here against the CT side of G2. But Fox is back on the AWP, and will he go banana again? That's what I want to see.
Will he go bananas on banana den? Yes, I just went there. We will have to see. He is headed towards banana, indeed he is. Got nades on most of the side. Fox was also unlucky there that when he was trying to re-smoke banana, he hit one of the wooden pillars there. Very unfortunate considering. But it was a nice hold. But it wasn't enough. That's the main thing. EnVy with a 4-round lead now on the T side. Going to start passively. They will fear the AWP of Fox. Most of the players headed towards the A site. We could see a fast aggression here. They're already at the end of apartments and up short Dan.
Yeah, Rain is there on the bomb site though. Makalele will get the first defensive kill there. And Rain has support. He'll get one, so will Dennis. Dennis with 2 now, as Happy needs to get something done. He's wrapping his way around the arch side. And Dennis is just going absolutely mental. 3 kills on the bomb site from him. Makalele also putting in work. And G2 defend expertly with a very passive setup. It's almost as if they knew exactly what EnVyUs were throwing at them, because they were going in with an insane pace to try to throw G2 off after a bunch of slow rounds. So G2 finally getting back in this, but what are we going to see from them? Can they keep it up here?
One problem for them is that EnVy have loads and loads of money, so they can just continue this pressure all damn day, especially if they get plants. But it's only 1 round on the board here for G2. They will need many more. If they lose this round, that could be the last round they get on their CT side. Again, Apex just charging through the apps. For the initial nades coming in, EnVy look like they're going for the fast play again. The entire team over towards the T side. They want nothing to do with Fox, but they've got Makalele and Rain to deal with. Again, they're going to get down many of these Ts. The site is lost though, but there's still Dennis lurking around. We saw what he did in the previous round. In the pit now will make things difficult. Got those flashes coming in off the door onto towards the short position, but he jumps too fast and he will flash himself at the same time.
Yeah, it's not really what much KS can do with this this kind of a position. No HP, but he's going to see if he can get some damage in at least. There's some time for him. He's going to find Fox off guard. That is a pretty savage kill there. Now, KennyS is going to be sprinting towards B. This is actually going to be possible now. 1 versus 2. They have no idea that he's going towards B here. They're gambling on A, sticking together. They want to be able to trade. They don't want to be able to get to allow KennyS to pick them off basically in one-on-ones. That's one of the ways that KennyS can really win this round. The bomb will go down onto B, and they'll go for the retake together. And KennyS, where is he going to be? That's the big question for them. And we can see hiding by the generator here. He's going to hear the running, and there goes the peek, and they didn't see him. This is absolutely massive here. KennyS will have a chance in this round. He will snap down JChem. 1 more player left. Dennis there on the bomb. And KennyS can go for the one-on-one. This could be a massive clutch here from KennyS. Oh, he goes for the hold though, and he's going to just go all the way. Dennis, what a play. What a play. And KennyS is going to be denied the epic 1 versus 3 clutch. It was a great attempt though.
Surprised one of the 2 players for G2 had full nades as well. They didn't opt to smoke off banana, for example, or throw a Molotov onto new box or anything like that. Just charge into the site, jumping for every angle that might be hold to try and avoid getting a headshot. They make it work regardless. So another round on the board, an expensive round for G2. The AWP, however, will continue here on to Fox, who is going to be with the aggressive position on the B bomb site with JChem, holding a more passive angle near the coils. So do EnVy dare challenge Fox again?
Do they dare? That is the question indeed. KennyS is looking like he wants to try to make the entry here. You can see they're setting up the potential trade frag, but the crawling apartments is happening from EnVyUs as well. They got an apartments control at the moment. whilst we are seeing the movement, or the lack of movement here from EnVyUs on Banana, but we can see that's where the bomb is as well. So the pressure is coming in. I think they want to force a bit of a rotation here away from the B bomb site, and that's what's happening. And then they're going to go for the double back. In comes the push.
Right, so we've got Dennis going down towards Arch, but Fox is going to be holding the angle. KennyS is to fall, and now the bomb is left alone with one player. But, oh my god, Apex has made his way into CT spawn, and now there could be a split, there could be a pinch here onto the B bomb site. Jacob's holding the right angle though, but can Fox hold things down as well? They seem to have an inkling as to what might be going on, because they did lose an Arch player earlier. So the creep comes in. Oh, Fox looks away just at the wrong time. Apex is starting to charge now. He'll go down to Fox. Can Fox get any more frags again? Jacob's in construction. He can come for the crossfire. Running distraction. Rain will take down Happy. Now it's down to a 2 versus 2 as the bomb gets planted on Barbecue.
Yeah, great save there coming in from MBK. And Fox is out of the picture. Bomb is now ticking away, and MBK is going to pick himself up the York just for a moment at the very least. Yeah, he's switching back to the AK, just switching in between here. And it's just a couple players coming in. Oh, wow. What a boost there. That is huge. 2 versus 1 right now as the boost is going to pay off all the way from Banana. And Kiyoshima is looking for this 1 versus 2. There goes the defuse. The pressure's on. Markle's not looking in the right spot there. Key kill coming in from Kiyoshima. Rain is going to have to back away. He realizes that Kiyoshima's done enough, and he's going to save the round and fall on his sword here right at the end. That boost play was absolutely massive, but it's not going to do the job there in the end. Close rounds, but EnVyUs pick another one up. 8-5 now the score.
5 rounds on the CT side versus Envy. You don't fancy their chances going into the second half, but what a brilliant play here by Makelele. The continual spray finishing off NBK, but it wasn't enough. There was not enough time on the clock. When that bomb went down, they were basically just leaving the A side. G2 going to force it up here. Makelele down to the Deagle, and the worst thing about this, or one of the worst things, is that the CTs are distinctly lacking in grenades. Only 1 smoke in the inventory right now, which means they cannot slow down Envy. Makelele, can he get any headshots here? He's going to need them. There's the first one to Apex. Nice shot onto Kiyoshima. Only 1 bullet left in the chamber. Got time to reload, but he will fall to Happy. He's done the damage though. Only Happy remains.
A massive 4K coming in from Rain. Happy is going to get killed, and that is the ace. Rain, beautiful display, and that's G2 rocking EnVyUs, getting themselves another round on the board. 6-8 now, and we're going to see the AWPs picked up again. It's very, very important getting the AWPs in play right now. Fox has picked it up as expected. Where is he going to go? Is he going to try to go for the mix-up or just go back to Banana? He's been fairly static towards Banana most of the match, and playing it safe, not trying to risk it against EnVyUs. You can see that that's just a general respect for the team and their skill, essentially. As we'll see, Makelele is just pre-nading middle a little bit, and the pace could be quick here from EnVyUs. We'll have to see what they want to do here, but the initial apartments control is coming in.
So Makelele was the distraction man, while Rain was the man to take all the kills from Boiler. Very nice play by him. Another highlight reel for Mr. Rain. 2 rounds behind now are G2. But again, they will have been hoping for many more CT rounds than this. The struggle continues. Have a bit more nades than they had on the previous occasion. Again, Fox looking to hold things down on Banana. And we should see the flashes come in. It seems Envy going to try and run him over now. NVK, the jumping jack, gets taken down with a tank. Kenny has to trade. Jacob's going to get shot straight in the face as well. That's to be bomb site down.
Yeah, and Dennis will run straight through the smoke here as his teammates plant, and this is a good smoke. He's going to see the shadow. There's the headshot onto Dennis. There's 2 more players, and again, this is the last round of the first half, so they're absolutely just going to go for this one. 2 versus 4. It looks impossibly hard from the outset, but they are going to go for it here, pushing through slowly in towards construction, and that blue truck, the nades sailing in. Oh, and here it is. EnVyUs looking for the cleanup. They're going to double peek Makelele. He goes down at 9-6 first half. You got to give it to G2 a little bit here, because they came back from a horrible series of rounds. You can see EnVyUs, they won a bunch in a row. They won 7 in a row there after the initial 3 that G2 picked up. So they started to turn the momentum there to make it a respectable half. This is something they can really play with. 6 rounds on the CT side is getting 6 rounds on the CT side is definitely doable here for them. But equally, EnVyUs looking to get it to that 3rd map, looking to get it to cash. And 9 rounds is going to be a feeling of comfort, maybe for the first time for them.
Yeah, this is a really strong advantage for Envy, but of course it all starts at the pistol. G2's economy was ruined for the large majority of that half. Now they have the opportunity to do the same. They had a great pistol. They will need a second one to get right back into this match. Got KennyS top fragging for his team. Apex not far behind. Really amazing to watch Apex charge up like that. If you look at the way Freakazoid plays for Cloud9 on Dust 2, for example, you'll see him often charge all over the map in such a fashion, but to do it on Inferno like that is pretty insane. But then the whole team, some rounds where Envy just charging through apps, charging through short in such fast timing, it's absolutely insane. And I'm not surprised that G2 only have 6 rounds on the board from the 15 here.
Yeah, and this is something we were focusing on in the kind of pre-game discussion about Inferno, how it's going to go, who we expect to deliver. And EnVyUs and Apex, they are incredibly important in EnVyUs being able to perform to their best ability, and they've turned up today, so that's really strong for them. G2, however, we saw great stuff from Rain, some really sick rounds there with the baiting play in apartments to really to actually give them better chances going to this one. He had that ace just now in a very unlikely fashion. And G2, they're going to go with a chance. Fox also hitting a lot of shots from Banana, showing that his AWP is sharp today.
Well, we are about to begin the second half now. G2 with it all to do here. Envy in a strong position to take this to 3 maps. But there's a second half to play. If G2 can have a strong showing, just like Envy, then who knows what happens. G2 had some good strats on Dust 2. We'll see if they are as strong on Inferno as well. 2 players headed towards the B bomb site for Envy. And they're going to face mid again. They're going to have the superior pistols. But Apex is going to get tagged quite heavily at the start.
Yes, oh no, he's going to get caught with the grenade out there. He's still looking for the shots though. He gets to fire one, but Dennis will silence him more or less immediately, and that's a big opportunity now. G2 bursting into the B bomb site. We've got Kiyoshima at the back there, looking to see if he can get a hold, but he is going to get annihilated. Rain with the quick frag, and this looks horrendous right now for EnVyUs. Just MBK stuck behind a smoke, and Happy as well with him on Banana. Not a good look for EnVyUs.
Indeed, they're looking for the headshots. There's the first one, Fox going down, but there's a bit of a crossfire now for the T's. I'm not sure if it's going to be something that NBK and Co can take. Double peak coming out to finish off Happy as well. That is the start that G2 needed. It is a good start, but they'll have to finish strong as well if they want to take this 2-0.
Absolutely. Got the P90s out now as well. We've all seen what Jacob's been doing with those things, just mowing people down. And Dennis is going to pick up one as well. And the MP7 on Michael Elliott. This is going to give them a lot of options to actually move quickly through some of the choke points that could be quite dangerous. And there's a single Molotov on Michael Elliott as well. Would it be nice to see a few more, but they have enough utility to kind of break some of the more dangerous positions from these from the pistols of EnVyUs.
Okay, so still somewhat traditional layout for Envy on this force buy. 1 player towards Arch. Got Kiyoshima and Apex. We're playing 2-men apps for a second, but Kiyoshima will be watching short now. G2 taking their initial map control towards Banana. They will need to try and identify if there is a stack somewhere on the site. You can see Fox and Dennis looking up top mid in a crossfire position. Again, just trying to identify where these CTs might be hiding.
And Dennis will spot a couple players, but it's not much of a tell just yet this early on. And they are slowly creeping their way up middle. So are they going to go and take the A bomb site? They don't have many grenades. They need to use them wisely. So we see Dennis creeping up right now, but there are 3 players for EnVyUs positioned quite well, 2 on the pit position actually, so that could be quite dangerous right now. KennyS is going to show himself, and Michael is going to try to push around, but the smoke goes down. This buys a lot of time right now for the CT side to rotate, and they're going to sandwich them at the moment. There's Happy, but he's not going to get a single kill, and that is a great result for G2. They have almost a clear shot at the B bomb site. It's just 1 player there in MBK.
KennyS coming in for the flank, taking down Rain. But now Dennis will just wait a bit behind his teammates to kill any rotation from the CC. Just NBK alone now on the site. Going to take down Makalele. Bomb's being planted though. He's in new box. Down goes Dennis as well. How many more can NBK get? It's a 3-man for him. And the entire team gets wiped out. Kishima taking down Fox. Envy with a solid hold. All the players on the wrong side, and they take the round regardless.
What a sick play there from MBK. Really huge hole. Again, this guy is such a beast on the B-bomb site, and if you thought that he wasn't beast enough, I'm sure we're going to see some shenanigans from Happy in the future rounds as well. So that is a really fast resurgence from EnVyUs, as expected, usually when they put up those pistols. And we're going to see if we get ourselves more momentum here from them, as their economy is going to be in a really awesome place now, because G2 being reset. Usually a team would force buy in G2's position, but it is Inferno, so we'll have to see what they're going to decide to do. And they actually just are deciding to not force buy here, respecting EnVyUs actually quite heavily.
Envy, ever dangerous. And never has it counted more in a situation where, again, they are a map down against G2 at the moment. Paper-thin lead for now. What is the play from G2? Everyone headed up top mid for the moment. Kenny's playing from inside Arch, so he has the opportunity to retreat should he need to. And indeed, that's exactly what he's going to do. The Molotov coming down as well, trying to get some damage in. Good spread onto the players. The bomb's down as well. Kishima holding things down from the pit position. Kenny finally goes down, but damage has been done. He's had up enough time for his teammates as well. Only Jake remains with the bomb, but two players have been taken down for Envy. And Jake's going to get himself 1 versus 1. He doesn't have any Kevlar, however, so he needs to close the distance here onto NBK.
He's actually going to find an engagement, but yeah, he's going to go down. NBK will take him out. And 11-7 the score now as EnVyUs will hold off that pretty much a full eco. So to be honest, that's a really good chunk of damage that G2 just did there in that round, considering the little investment. And now, because of the previous bomb plant, they're able to get the AK buy in with all the nades, all the goodness. And we'll start to see what G2's approach is going to be against the standard defenses of EnVyUs.
Envy continuing the standard play. 2 CTs towards B, 3 towards A, but this time Kenyes and Kishima both playing the arch position. Seems that Kishima will be smoking off Banana for his teammates. You can see the line coming in there, so Happy and NBK can smoke this off all day. Banana will be closed for quite a long time. It seems Kenny will be the one to re-smoke. So B's pretty much going to be out of the question here for G2 for the entire round. Fortunately for them, they have most of their forces towards A for now.
It is a sacrifice indeed, as G2 realized, and they're trying to entry into Kenny's position. He's going to spot them now. 2 players visible for Kenny just for a moment. He's going to go for a re-peek here to try to confirm the play. And there's lots of grenades going in there now, so lots of pressure. 4 players now with the attention on this A push, looking for the defense here, as Kenny might just try and get a flash out there from a teammate potentially to peek and get some frags, but yeah, there it is. The flash goes in. Was it too late though? Michael Lely gets the spray onto Kenny as they burst through, but Happy's in with a flank here. He'll see 3 players. He's going to spray down 2, and that is a massive play from Happy, but Rain is going to be standing large and in charge on the bomb side itself. A 1 versus 2 now for him. He needs this bomb. He's going to go straight for it and get it safely behind that smoke and into a planting position, hopefully for him. And there it is, planting, but the spray's coming in. The damage is huge. Rain is low. He's in the corner of the bomb site. And EnVyUs are going to be fast at his heels. There's the reposition from Rain as he waits patiently now. Happy and NBK got to take this as a team. There's the first 1-on-1 for Rain, looking for the headshot. Oh, he's going to find it, NBK. It's just Happy left alive now. Already 3 frags for Rain. He's trying to make it 4 as that bomb ticks away. Happy goes for the peek, and Rain with a massive clutch. 4 players. What a player this guy is. One of the smartest guys in the game for sure. And he's going to save G2, bail them out. 8-11 now, the score.
Happy with a massive play here, but these massive plays are not always enough when you've got somebody like Rain on the other side of an AK-47. Fantastic play by him once again. The human highlight reel, Dan, closes the gap to 3 rounds here for G2.
Yeah, I think EnVyUs are starting to feel what Virtus Pro are feeling when we see these clutches coming in repeatedly after round from the players of G2, especially Rain. And the pistols come out for EnVyUs, so we can't take this for granted. There's a completely huge advantage for G2. EnVyUs consistent at getting damage done with those. We got a couple players in apartments for them as well. So pretty passive setup, generally speaking, for EnVyUs. They don't tend to stack too often with their pistol plays.
Yeah, well, they are very capable with the pistols in these kind of situations, and teams have learned to fear them on every round. So it's not clear as to where things might go in this map just yet. The continual trades coming in on this, yet towards the end of the first half and the beginning of the second one. Jacob's made his way into CT spawn, actually. So we're going to see a split now onto the B bomb site. Got Happy caught out of position here, lost half his life, and down he goes. NBK, though's got 3 man on the B site again. He is causing so many problems here for G2. 3 versus 2, and they've taken control of the site. Plant coming in as well.
Look at this torrent of Frenchmen about to arrive onto that B site. Jacob's going to take it. 2 frags. Oh, he's just going to get 3. It doesn't even matter for this guy. He's just going to eat them up. And that is a nice little triple, neat little triple right at the end of the round there. 9-11. And G2 climbing back here. G2, if you just joined us, won the first map. And, well, EnVyUs are starting to lose the grip of their advantage going into map number 2. This is, are G2 going to just, are they going to make history?
NBK going beast mode with a 5-7, but this time it wasn't enough. Just like Happy's spray down was not enough. Jisoo continuing to close the gap now. The economy starting to get worrisome for the EnVy side. They don't have much left in the bank here. If they lose this round, the only thing that will be going their way is their lost bonus. 2-round lead for the EnVy side as it's G2's turn to continue ramping up this pressure. Their money's not great either, so again, a precarious situation for both teams. Bit of a harassment towards the apps there. The Molotov from Jacob, but not committing to anything crazy just yet. You can see the G2 forces looking like the B site has their attention for now, where there are only 2 players here for EnVy. I say only, but NBK has been doing superb damage with just a 5-7, and this time he has an M4.
Yeah, the flashes go in there, the counter grenades in a timely way, as they try to predict the push from G2. However, they are slowing it down a little bit more, but they are going to go in here. It's already set up Jake and the Lurk towards the middle, and there are some good nades. Now, eventually, they're just going to have to go for this through these nades here that seem never-ending from Team EnVyUs' side. And there it is, the last smoke coming in with 28 seconds left. Are they just going to go for this? They're starting to push in right now. MBK gets the first frag onto Dennis. We've got Happy there in the corner. He's going to take down one with the FAMAS. They are struggling to get into this bomb site. Somehow, Michael sneaks through behind enemy lines, but he's going to be swiftly annihilated by Kenny S. It's just JKM left now against 4 players. He's got no time and no bomb. EnVyUs just locked it down for way too long.
They have the B bomb site really well held there. You see Happy has designed Bedlam for himself. Nice bit of damage done at the end there. You can see the frustration on the NBK to losing that situation. But if you see the way Happy is holding the smoke, so when they run through it, he basically has free reign to annihilate all of them there. Very nice play. And again, they have designed all their nades on the B bomb site around the clock to put G2 in a situation where G2 are not the ones making the choices anymore. It's EnVy telling them when to push and then punishing them for it afterwards.
And it's not the best buy in the world here from G2. A couple Tech 9s in play, 3 AK-47s. But that said, we don't have any AWPs for EnVyUs either. Their economy has been hit pretty hard in many of these rounds, and this is something we saw on Dust 2, just both teams playing on low economy all the time, which is, of course, the makings of a great match. And we have the mid play being set up by G2, just slowly shuffling into position to take it away from EnVyUs and force more passive play. And they've got 2 guys in pit, so this could be an explosive defense coming in from EnVyUs. They look good here.
You can see the two-man balcony hold from EnVy where one's trying to avoid the flush, but that changes everything. Fox just going to take Kenny S's head off. That could be another... Oh, what is going on here? They're all falling down. Headshot after headshot. Rain with a 2-man of his own. Rain holding the angle, but Happy will be the one to take that frag. 2 versus 4 now as G2 have firm control of the A bomb site, and EnVy are already on the retreat.
What a sick entries, man. And I've seen Fox and Rain just be devastating on this map previously, but this is something else. Just walking in and making EnVy look like the worst players. That is something special right now that G2 are showing. Of course, we're going to have to see if MBK can keep himself alive here with this weapon. Their economy is definitely very strained. After just winning a round, they're going to be reset here. So G2 are in a position where they can actually take a lead based off of winning this round. It was such an important round to win, but MBK, some extra economical damage right at the end there, and he'll keep his weapon alive, and he'll even swap it. Oh, did he lose his weapon?
Oh
no, he lost his weapon. He's trying to switch it out for an AK. That is devastating.
Now, you see these replays. We talked about EnVy being the team who we could expect this to happen with, but it's G2 the one who are forcing their will. And this is really weird because NBK took a lot of plays down at the end there, which means that they had about 3,800. They don't have the money to buy nades in this coming round. But again, he threw his FAMAS away just as the round reset, and they will be left with 1 rifle rather than 2. And at this point in the game, they can't afford to make those mistakes. There's a 2-round gap. You can see the problems with their economy at the moment. Basically going for the eco here, saving about 2,000 in the bank for the following rounds. Then again, we know how dangerous they are, even with these pistols.
Yeah, at the moment they're still at 4 players on A, looking to go for a solid defense. Kenny S could be the first guy to snap ahead with that deagle as they begin to challenge, but he's going to fall back here as the push starts to come in from G2, just getting their positioning slowly but surely, taking away those important points of defense here from Team EnVyUs side. And this is where it all began in that very key round. These entries, Fox getting the first one, Kenny S denied. There's the first shot. He has been spotted, but in comes the push now from G2. Apex there in the pit. He's going to have players jumping all over the place. Oh, he's going to get a quick AK in his hands right now, and the push does not even come in for G2. Everything's been spotted. Team EnVyUs are wondering where the hell are these guys even going at this point? They're going to reroute themselves through Archside, through CT spawn, into B. It's a smart choice, but MBK, he's lying in wait.
This time he's got a P250 rather than a 5.7. Can he do the same damage he did the last time? No, Rain going to shoot him straight in the face. Now Envy find themselves completely out of position. G2 still have smokes, but they're going to keep the AKs out for now. Down goes Apex. The bomb being picked up needs to be planted. 3 players left here for the CTs. Kenny looking, or almost finding the bomb planter. He will finally go down, but the numbers are thinning. Kiyoshima goes down as well. Only Happy remains versus 3. He's not one to try and sneak around in the situation. Makalele will shoot him in the face as well. And now things are getting really interesting. G2 surviving with 3 players. The gap closed to 1.
Yeah, and the money is just ridiculous on both teams. Neither team has been playing with good money for like both maps basically.
Dan,
you'll see Fox with a bit of a misfire.
He's done it again. He's bought an auto sniper instead of an AWP, and Makalele's going to roll with it. But this is a massive problem because if G2 lose this round and the CTs get that auto sniper, it's going to have so much more utility for the CTs than the Ts.
Yeah, it's very interesting. He must have a problem with his scripts or something. But either way, we're going to see Michael Ellis trying to rock it and see if he can try to save the day with it. And G2 just, again, going for the slow map control-based plays. They've got Rain harassing towards Banana, just seeing if they can swat anything. And instead of actually trying to push it solo or with another player to take considered map control in that area, he's going to back away. And G2 are going to start to move towards the middle. So they don't really have much at the moment. They're not even really that deep into apartments either. But we see the smokes get set up here so they can start to take that map control.
I really wonder what will become of this auto sniper as this round progresses, but here we go. 4 AKs in the auto versus the FAMAS army here, the French gun on the French side. Fox making his way through, just asking questions of the CT side rotating in his direction. We've got Happy playing around the smoke. He's going to hold down Arch for now, but it's 3 versus 3. Kiyoshima in the pit, stuck underneath the balcony here. Could be integral as the CTs go for this retake. They have to go for this retake. They cannot afford to lose any more rounds here.
Here we go though. Kiyoshima, he is the man that can really help set them up here. It's a good base of operations of attack. MBK going in there. Dennis is going to go down. He can't find the fast shot that he needs. MBK can just try to go for the hold, but he hasn't got a kit. That is massive right now. Fox with 3 kills right at the end. A 4K for him. All 4 frags. And Fox will save the day with the AK. And he's actually top fragging for his team right now. What a display. And EnVyUs are crippled by this, completely crippled. They have to go for the save, and this is where G2 take control of the match.
If the Portuguese Beastman continues in this direction, we're going to have people wearing Fox masks at future tournaments, Dan. 12 versus 12. 12 to 12 here. Envy's economy has been broken. It's been torn apart. They're left with the pistols once again. But again, you can never count them out. We've seen multiple headshots. We've seen so many Deagle shots. HLTV been spitting out the Deagle stats all weekend. I'm sure we'll see more at the end of this match.
And again, a tentative approach from EnVyUs. They play all these pistol rounds exactly the same, and it's something that G2 likely expect as well. Although you can never take anything for granted. It's always best to try to confirm with an information play or two. And there is the flash out for Kenny S to try to take a peek, and he's going to spot more or less just one player, so it doesn't really tell Kenny S all that much. And no fragging opportunities either just yet for either side as the map control slowly builds here for G2. And as long as they trade together, and we can see the movements coming in. Nice dink there, and there is the finish from Kenny S. Fox will go down. So 5 versus 4 now as the damage begins to rain in, but yet more can still come here as Kiyoshima is holding the deagle from the pit position. He could wipe them out if he connects the first couple of shots.
Well, now things starting to go the way of the G2 side. They need to clear out the pit. Just about going to do it. 3 versus 2 now. There is a gun to pick up towards the arch area. Bear in mind the CTs weren't getting greedy earlier on trying to grab that. Going to play the numbers game as opposed to going for the risk trying to pick up the weapon. But now that weapon will be crucial. G2 will be aware of that as well. Starting to push now towards top mid. NBK just holding an angle, but he'll now be holding steel in his brain. As will Happy. G2 take the lead here, still with a steely determination in the G2 booth. Frustration maybe coming out on the Envy side.
Yeah, the pause coming in, the tactical pause coming in from Team EnVyUs. They are certainly feeling quite worried at this point. They are facing elimination against G2 of all teams. Nobody expected, none of the top 4, the giants expected any of these results. Virtus Pro have been have fallen. G2 are going to be known as the legend killers if they keep this performance up, if they're able to take down EnVyUs after just rolling through Virtus Pro, another tournament favorite. It is quite a run, and right now EnVyUs are feeling the pressure and they're looking for answers right now. How do they play their CT side out to stop G2? They're using this as a moment to reflect, but at the same time, G2 can use this time to preempt any counterplays that they believe EnVyUs is going to throw at them.
The mid-round calls from G2 have been so strong,
Yep.
especially on the CT side. Despite it going many rounds not going in their favor on that occasion, they had some good rotations. But on the T side, barreling through B, just the snap decisions have been right almost every single time. They've brought it all the way back here on the T side when things looked maybe a bit insurmountable, especially on that the round after the pistol. But here we go. It's not been enough for Envy. They are trailing now. They have the AWP onto Kenny, but I have to try and figure out what are G2 doing here? How are we being broken? How can we stop this? Do we go aggressive now? Do we start charging down mid on this round? Do we take the big risks? If we take the risk, then we lose, then that's probably a 2-0 for G2. Very difficult decisions to be made here for Envy.
That was the first thing I was thinking of, actually, that mid rush. But it's such a huge gamble. It's probably the scariest thing you could do in this position. The scariest thing is not necessarily the worst. Of course, it carries big risk, but it depends on how they feel their standard rounds have been going, and they do have an AWP on Kenny, yes. So likely we're going to see. Well, the thing is, it's hard to say even that it's likely to see an aggression from Kenny S, because again, with this pause, G2 are going to be on high alert for any kind of shenanigans.
Dare to be great. Now is the time. They have, I believe, 3 minutes in a tactical pause to discuss. And you can see the unpause is coming in shortly. So it's crunch time. But now, G2, do they play passive in this round? Do they expect something crazy from Envy, or do they just continue playing their game, doing what they do? Again, the money's still precarious for both sides. Envy all in once more. Kenyes on the AWP, but will he be able to make it work? He has no armor, as you can see there, so he's going to be paper thin.
So here we go. It kicks off once again. What is the plan from EnVyUs? Might see a bit of pressure potentially from KS. Now he's going to hold back actually on a very defensive angle. And we'll see 4 players pushing up second middle here from G2. They're looking to take apartments. But first, of course, they're going to just slow their roll a little bit. Make sure they don't get caught off by any aggressions in that apartments, because that is definitely a common spot for an AWP mix-up. But there are no mix-ups from Kenny S. He's playing it very, very safe. This is looking like a very default round so far from Team EnVyUs. And G2, I mean, it looks like they're set up for the mid-takes here. Mid-take nades that we've seen work pretty well for them before. The success was found in Arch side previously, but Kenny S is there.
Yeah, the problem is with these passive positions, they have next to no info. Kenny was the only man who could get some info for the team, but he's been forced back. There's a good start from him, taking down Fox. Again, he has no armor, but it's the fake. G2 are pushing now towards the B bomb site. NBK has to hold again. He's only got 1 frag onto Dennis so far. Support's coming in from Happy, but he's on the wrong side of a smoke. NBK now stuck in the corner, got many people coming his way. Molotov's nades, he's gonna go down. Happy to take down Rain, but he will be traded. 2 left here for the T side, both heavily tagged as well.
There's not a lot for them to do here. Kenny is going to be coming in right now, and they'll both go down to Kiyoshima and Apex. Nice retake coming in from EnVyUs. And it all started with that first shot from Kenny S, but it was a good round there. G2 again going for the kind of quick fake play, making it look like it was going to be a middle pressure, but then snapping into B. Didn't work out this time. Again, NBK very, very key on that B defense. He's the guy, he's the rock of the team in that sense. And 13-13, we're all tied up.
But look at the money on the T side. Things are getting very, very tricky. They know that they need to do as much damage as possible. They know that if they take this round, then they should take the match, although they are playing Envy. Envy's economy, both economies in fact, walking a tightrope at the moment. So G2 will spend some money and do what they can. They'll make some sacrifices here, going to average around $2,000 after this, so they should be able to buy in the next round should they lose this.
But the madness is about to come into play here as the nades again sail over for G2. They did the same nades and went B last time. They can go A this time and see whether or not they can get lucky, just trying to barrel down the positions of the AWPer of Kenny S, and also Kiyoshima there on the balcony. Apex is in the site, and they are going to have perfect counter flashes. You can see that G2 having a hard time, but the Tech 9 frags are coming in right now. 2 frags going in. Can they make it into a bomb plant? That's the question. There it is. The bomb is now down, but Kiyoshima still alive in the pit, and that is going to be so good for his team right now. Happy's just going in on Grave graveyard. Finally, Fox will take him down, but he's in a 1-on-2. Once again, put into the position to clutch. He's just creeping in the site at the moment. There's the first engagement. Kiyoshima gets it done. Stayed alive in the pit for the entire round. Pulled off 3 kills and saved EnVyUs ultimately. The defuse will be in, and that's a 14-13 scoreline now. So how are we looking on the money here? Because G2 only had Tech 9s for the most part.
Yeah, well, they've got the plant now, so they're averaging about $5,000, and it was an expensive round for the CTs, only 2 surviving. Well, we will see what kind of strain is on their economy. They're going to get most of their buyouts, so they're not doing too bad for the time being, but again, they're not going to have much in the hole. If G2 now, with 5 AKs, take this round, then there's still an opportunity for a 16-14 here. Envy will have to hold once more. This is very precarious, very dangerous deep waters for both teams.
And it's so interesting to see how defensively Kenny S has been playing with the orb. Again, so much respect. And of course, if he goes down early in the round, EnVyUs are just, they're completely screwed. That cannot happen. And I like that they respect that, you know, taking those big risks against a team like G2, they are just going to take that advantage and roll with it into victory. So EnVyUs really putting the pressure on G2 to go for these executes. And so far, I mean, they've been showing that they can pull them off pretty effectively. So here it is once again, building into a mid play. Kenny S is going to be key. Is he going to hit the shot when they challenge the angle? And again, the smoke goes down to deny him the shot. But he will fall back towards our arch side.
Yep, so a bit of a change of approach from Kenny on arch. He's going to move eventually over towards the site. So now Team Envy have little to no information. Kenny moving all the way to short, going to get the frag onto Makalele, and the push is not committed to yet from G2. Now they're starting to charge in, but there's a bit of a crossfire here for the CTs. Kenny going to get taken down by Rain. Kishima's still in the pit though. He's going to be very important. Flash is coming in, 2 frags for him. One of them, the Flames. 2 versus 3 now. Jacob with another 2 frags, evening things up. He's all alone now, 16 HP, trying to tap down this player. Happy to fall. NBK versus Jacob. Jacob can pick up the gun, but he doesn't know where NBK's coming from.
Yeah, this is going to be very hard right now. He's on 16 points of health as well, as NBK creeps in, and he's going to hear the bomb get picked up there. There is the smoke going down. There's the plant as NBK looks for the angle. And there it is, the engagement. He's going to find it. NBK, great stuff. So patient. So patient. It's going to pay off for him. He'll pick up the AWP, and he will make a timely defuse of the bomb. Another round for EnVyUs. A lot of pressure off their shoulders in such a crazy round. Kiyoshima with an incredibly impactful double frag there from the pit position. And here we go. EnVyUs at least guarantee themselves an overtime here. But at the moment, G2, they don't have a lot of money despite the AKs. They don't have all the nades that they would necessarily want to get a successful execute. EnVyUs are looking strong to finish this one off, but they don't have many chances to do so.
The good thing about the G2 side is you can see Makalele, the talisman for his team, just looking at Jacob with a friendly face there. Absolutely no pressure being felt by Makalele, and he's going to keep a cool team, allow them to focus on what could be the final round of the second map. Are we going to go 2-3 maps here, or will this be taken to overtime? We will soon find out. Again, G2's economy now is the one that's pressured. Makalele only with the Tech 9, but they've made this work before. And again, they've left the bomb actually in a super passive position on ramp, but they are all focusing on A at the moment. And there's a double short play here from Envy.
3 players on quad there. Kiyoshima up on the quad roof, and oh my god, Fox and Dennis in with sick entries. 3 frags straight away. That defense was designed to stop that push, but it's failed. It's faltered here for EnVyUs. Happy's in for the save. The in-game leader showing it how it's done. Jacob is going to fall, but the trader's in immediately. And once again, MBK has to be that rock of the team. He's got to be the reliable player. He's got to clutch. And in comes Dennis for the peak. He's going to spot MBK. That's huge right now. Makalele, there he is. That's the bomb as well, but he's going to get the frag, and G2 win the round. 14-15 now. They can still bring it back to overtime.
Oh, look at the money on the CT side. We have serious problems on our hands in the French camp. This is going to go down to some great individual play if Envy take this over the line here. They do not have the money for primary rifles, let alone grenades, let alone diffuse kits. This is going to be a tough one, but if anyone can take this over the line, it's going to be Envy. Maybe the strongest team with pistols, the strongest team in difficult situations against a superior buy. G2 charging in their direction. Now they're going to have a triple arch play with Apex playing on short and only NBK over towards B-bomb site. B-bomb site's more or less been abandoned by G2 in the recent rounds. Envy making a read here, taking a gamble. Is it going to pay off?
Well, EnVyUs, I mean, with the right call in the previous round, but not the execution. Instead, G2 with that execution. This time, EnVyUs, they've got to rely not on strategy, but on execution. They've got 4 players here. They've got to hit the shots. There's no turning back from this point. They cannot allow overtime. They've got to get it done with these 5-7s, a collection of 4 5-7s, in fact. They got a few nades as well to play with as G2 slowly edge up, taking their position to go for these entries, but there are crossfires set up all over the place. The ground is very, very precarious here, but Fox and Markleli are going to walk that ground with expert ease, and there it is. 2 frags from Happy. It's beginning right now, but this disadvantage is going to be tough to deal with. Quick flash there from Kiyoshima, but where are the Ts? They're slowing the play again.
Indeed, and while the Ts are slowing the play, the CCs are advancing. NBK starting to move down Banana, but can he get there in time? Kishima's been an integral piece of this chessboard, and he's the only one left now for Kiyoshima. The king has been pushed over, and we are going to go to overtime. G2 have somehow, this has been the story this entire week. They've been up against adversity. They've brought it to overtime. They've taken it over the line here. Envy know what G2 are capable of. They've witnessed it. So many teams have fallen to them to this point now, and it could be Envy's turn once this game restarts.
This is what they did to Virtus Pro as well, just bringing it to overtime and just being able to win it out there. So I'm very curious whether or not G2 can keep this form. I mean, they don't look like they're ever faced any of them. And as you mentioned, perhaps Michael is a really huge part of that. The guy, if you look at his face, he's just never looks worried.
Yeah, he is super chilled out. And again, we saw this in Valencia when they had the situation on Train. It was another Rain 1v4. We were bringing things to overtime there when they were, you know, on death's door. And here they are again with and this time they have a map advantage.
And the other beautiful thing about the performances we've been seeing from G2 is that despite JChem, you know, often just going completely mental and just crushing everyone by himself in many situations, everybody on G2 is actually doing their job very well. We're seeing a very rounded scoreboard most of the time. Everybody's picking up the frags they're supposed to pick up. Generally speaking, Fox is hitting the types of AWP shots that he's supposed to hit. And generally speaking, everyone's pretty clutch. We're not seeing any huge failures from any of these players at all. No one is faltering. Everyone's rising to the occasion. And on the scoreboard at the moment as well, EnVyUs, you can say the same thing for them. Everybody's playing pretty well, getting the frags that they're supposed to get. And right now, G2 are just showing that they are of the caliber of the greats.
So, you've just seen your man Fox on the screen there. He will have another opportunity to buy an AWP. Hopefully, he won't pick the auto sniper this time. We will resume in 10 seconds with 3 rounds per half. Every player will start with $10,000. Such is the nature of overtime here in DreamHack. Cluj Napoca.
The funny thing is that how do you actually handle the overtime situation? Because both teams, I don't think either of them really discovered, okay, this works. We saw them repeat strategies like G2's mid takes, for example. It works sometimes, sometimes it doesn't. There's no clear answer to find when it comes to the strategical part of the game. It comes down to the clutches between these two teams, these highly individually skilled teams. And here it is, KennyS with the AWP to kick things off. Fox, notably for G2, not with the AWP.
Indeed, so Kishima starting off with the support play for the AWP, now rotating to the short side of the A site. And again, G2 continuing to leave Envy with 2 people sitting on the B bomb site, just biding their time. You can see Happy's over there now, wondering if he's going to start rotating towards A, as maybe an adjustment is in order based on the G2 play. But for now, G2 actually holding off on passive positions, taking somewhat of a different approach. Not heading up to top mid at the beginning of the round, now starting the March range, just keeping an eye on Banana. And indeed, Happy has rotated over towards the A site. So they're going to have a 4-man hold here for the CTs, and Kenny's getting more aggressive as opposed to running back to the site. There's a fast drag onto Fox now. Yeah,
KennyS is the first to step up to the plate, and he's going to deliver. He's going to bat that one out of the stadium, and there's more players where that came from, and they are going to try to abuse KennyS, but Happy will not allow it. Apex holding things down on the other side as well, standing large and in charge on Graveyard, and Kiyoshima and KennyS are rattling off shots. They're pinning all these G2 players into the corner, and they are bringing the hammer well and truly down on top of them. Great round there from EnVyUs in that defense. The passive play that they've been relying on in previous rounds is going to deliver this time, but will it keep doing so?
Now, we've seen that G2 have made good adjustments at times like this. This is MR3. This is 3 rounds and a half, not 15. They don't have the time to make such adjustments, but you can see Envy now have the read that G2 want to focus on A. The time where G2 have had the biggest trouble on B is when NBK's only had a 5-7. Now he has a full buy. Now things are a bit different. Again, you can see the Kiyoshima's going to be smoking off Banana to start with from the arch area. You have to wonder if G2 will make the adjustments now. I mean, they did some smoke executes that were fakes and where they headed over towards B. There are many options available to them, but which one will they take?
Yeah, once again, I mean, they've got to be a little bit worried about EnVyUs on the R side. He's been pretty on point, actually. And we might see that fake round that we've seen previously, because they actually don't often take banana when they do it, because they're actually relying on the fact that EnVyUs has been playing insanely passively on the banana. So we might see all the nades come in and they'll rush straight back towards B. Now, let's have a look. Are they going to go for the committed A play? Looks like they're actually going to go straight through the smoke here, and EnVyUs is going to peek out. He's going to spot them. There's the tag into the legs. Very timely jump, but they're going to be running into Happy. The bait was set up, but Happy's not going to deliver here. EnVyUs needs to get it done. There's another shot on the cross, but he's going to miss a key shot. All the T's are through for the B split.
NBK's holding down from construction. Makalele goes down, but the bomb has made its way onto the site. NBK now can't get the frag onto Jakem. The bomb site's been lost. There are some Molotovs, but not that many smokes for the T's to destroy. Jakem takes on Apex as well. 3 versus 2 here. EnVyUs heavily tagged, but he's got the AWP. Just trying to find an angle into construction as Kiyoshima leads the charge. Fox with an AWP of his own to take down Kiyoshima now. 3 versus 1, and Kenny's forced to retreat here.
Yeah, nothing he can do from this position, as it was really, again, this is like the mid-round calling we're talking about. G2 able to adjust their plays as and when is needed to do so. And EnVyUs struggling there. So, you know, 1 round apiece. And again, we might actually see a similar opening from G2. It looks like a nice default execute that they have, where they can decide to either go B or towards A this time. They went towards A, leading top players in B to get the wraparounds, to get the split going. So it's a very versatile opening that they have there to play around with. And you can see that EnVyUs, they just have to respond and rely on good team play, good setups, and just hitting the shots and just play reactively. That's all they can really do in that position. And let's see who takes the last round of the first half here. It's going to be a very, very important one. Every single round is just insanely important because there's just so few rounds here. Double AWP, Happy and EnVyUs picking up the AWP this time.
Indeed. Which of these teams will take a razor-thin lead into the next half? And look, we have a 2-man CT push through Apps actually, and that could take some significant map control for the CTs. Jakem though is creeping in that direction. Happy holding a tight angle with the AWP, got support from a teammate, and there he goes. Jakem, the man who's got so many frags for G2, first to fall in this round.
Yeah, and that's a really huge bait play as well, because they might want to try to punish Happy, but Apex is down in the bedroom to get the trade frag if they even would get to Happy. But looks like G2 are going to be switching things up here, going for the play towards B. It's unlikely with this little mid control and apartments control that they would actually commit back into A. And with 4 players still on A for EnVyUs, if G2 are fast here, they might have a really solid push onto this bomb site. It's all going to depend on whether MBK can be that rock again for his team and just delay and delay constantly, and even get the frags with this M4. He's not got many bullets in that weapon, only 20 to shoot.
Look at the rotation. With 40 seconds on the clock, the CTs are going to bolster the B bomb site, but there is no suggestion from G2 that they're pushing that way yet. Fox is harassing towards A, causing a rotation back, leaving only 2 people towards B, and indeed, B is where the push is going to come from 3 G2 players. NBK goes down very quickly. Kiyoshima has to hold here. Rain will fall, but he's got 2 more to contend with.
And we've got Kiyoshima there. He just has to hold here. He can let them plant, just keep the position for the retake there. He's got a teammate that needs to come in still, but they're actually going down there to the lurk that is Fox. Kiyoshima finds the frag onto Dennis. 2 versus 3 now here for G2 to try to hold on. It's going to be a tough one. They've got some decent positions to work with, though. One at the back of the site and one on Banana. In goes EnVyUs now, though, looking to hunt them down, but Fox will drop him straight from the top of the coils. Happy, though, with the backstab. And that is all she wrote there for G2 in that round. The defuse will come in here for Team EnVyUs, and they're going to take 2 rounds in the first half of overtime. EnVyUs looking for that deciding map in cash, but there's still a lot of very tense situations that they need to play through.
Well, much to be considered now by these 2 teams. Envy with a sliver of a lead going into the second half. There is not much separating these 2 teams here. Every round going down to a key frag here, a key frag there. But again, all the pressure on Envy now. I'm sure this side, the G2 side, will not want this to go to 3 maps. They have a great opportunities ahead of them to shock the world once again with a 2-0.
The one big difference here that is going to be in overtime for G2, and that will be very meaningful for them, is that they're not going to have economic woes to consider, essentially, because on their CT side initially, they started off with 3 rounds, sure, but then they got hammered down by EnVyUs, and they never got an economy back. We almost never saw Fox AWPing. We're going to see Fox AWPing here on the CT side. I have no doubt about that. The money is not going to be a concern unless they, of course, lose the first 2 rounds, and then they won't be able to buy the 3rd one. That's where things get really scary. But we should see good money on G2, so we should see a somewhat different CT side. EnVyUs going to have to be very careful about the AWP of Fox, and I wonder if they'll take the same approach as EnVyUs. EnVyUs gave a lot of respect to G2, and they played very, very passively. And again, we actually kind of talked about this approach previously. You want to let the other team kind of make the mistakes and see if you can abuse that. And it's one of the safest ways to play. That's what EnVyUs did. Will G2 take an opposite approach? Will they get crazy? Will we see Fox pushing around with the AWP?
Interestingly, Envy specifically gave Fox a lot of respect on G2's CT side as well. But it might be a situation where if they make a read that Fox is going to be back towards B with the AWP, then they may just try to bum rush him with a few flashes, etc. And if they can make that happen, which is a fair chance they can, because it's a good counterplay to an AWP, if you know where he's going to be, then who knows where things will go. Indeed, Fox goes straight for the AWP on the CT side, but where will he be headed? Indeed, he is going towards the bomb site. So we will see if Envy choose the hard counter to the B AWP and try to go for a bit of a bum rush there, or if they will have other plans in store for the G2 side.
So quick play on Banana right now. Fox is going to have to be tested. Nice flick there onto Apex. Goes down straight away, gets back to safety. And he's got JChem there for support. Would you want anyone else with that M4 in hand other than JChem? And the smoke will go down. So EnVyUs will be slowed after that very quick moment, and that's going to be to the advantage of G2 taking down that player in Apex. Now EnVyUs, will they recommit into the B bomb site? It looks like they are thinking to do so because they have absolutely no idea what's going on in apartments or in middle right now as MBK looks for the first entry.
Indeed, it seems that was the plan, to go for the fast play. Meanwhile, there was a fast push through apps from two G2 players back to a normal setup now. Fox is wrecking Envy towards the B bomb site. They tried to counter him, but it hasn't worked out in their favor. And now Jacob coming in for support with a spray down. Kishima falling to the incendiary as well. Only Happy remains. Nobody down for G2 just yet. Looking very strong here towards B.
Yeah, Happy is going to need the round of his life. 54 HP now for Happy as he bounces around here looking for an entry over the smoke, but really this is just rather difficult to say the least.
Oh, the tag from Fox as well. Insult to injury there. Happy just trying to make things expensive. He just wants to kill the AWP basically, but of course they'll pick it up regardless. Ooh. There we go, the smoke is gone. And he will get the spiteful kill onto Fox, but Fox has done the damage. They cannot stop Fox, Dan.
Yeah, Fox has been absolutely beast mode. He's on 31 kills at this point in time. He's top fragging on the server. Close behind him is Happy, the in-game leader of EnVyUs. And let's see whether or not things can look a little bit better here for EnVyUs. They tried to challenge Fox on Banana. Will they get so bold as to do so again? I think he provided a pretty strong argument for why that might be a bad idea.
What does the Fox say? AWP, by the sounds of it. We'll see what the play is from Envy on this occasion. It seems they've abandoned the kill Fox plan, because that plan has continuously been thwarted.
Oh, this push in apartments from G2. This could be exactly what they need to crush this round, because right now EnVyUs are taking control towards apartments, but will there be enough players? We've seen Rain be incredibly brutal from this position previously. The grenades are coming in to take the map control towards this player at this. Oh my god, it's happening already. Before I can finish my sentence, Michael Elliott and Rain both getting a kill each. And there it is. Michael Elliott just holding on to Boiler. EnVyUs trying to respond right now. He's going to peek out and go down. And Dennis, he gets shot in the back. What's going on right now? MBK finds himself the kill into Rain. Apartment's completely clear. A, completely clear. It's all on JChem and Fox, the B players, to make this retake happen for G2. EnVyUs looks strong.
They are miles out of position, and NBK still has a smoke to deploy, which is just going down now. How can G2 possibly clutch this round? Looks like they're going to try it. Fox going to throw a smoke down himself to try and cause some problems for the T side, but really, what can they do? Pot shots through the smoke are going to yield no results. Jacob is going to find a player in Graveyard, but the clock is ticking too far. There's no way they can get the defuse here. Trying to do damage, Jacob will get taken down. Fox will have to retreat and save the AWP for another day. Game points coming your way now. First team to make 19 rounds to take this. Now we have two situations. Either Envy take this over the line, or we have overtime 2. There's only 1 round left.
This is so sick right now because they had the right play. It's just the same thing as EnVyUs, as G2 did to them previously, and EnVyUs did to them. They can have these counter plays, but these teams are so damn clutch. It almost just doesn't matter on the strategy perspective. These guys just find a way to hit these shots in the chaos. 18-17 indeed. EnVyUs just one more to take it to the next map, and the AWP is out on Fox here. So again, will they respect the AWP? Will they try to play against that B? Or will they try to just get it into A instead?
Fox is getting hyper aggressive on Banana. Kiyashima may be at the wrong end of that scope indeed. He dare not even go up the ramp, although it could be a two-man peak now from the EnVy side. Fox is going to be forced to retreat by the nades here. Meanwhile, not much happening just yet towards A. Fox now retreating as EnVy start to just make sure they're behaving themselves towards the B bomb site, although Fox knows only aggression.
But right now, EnVyUs, they are starting to take the map control towards A again, so it really does look like they're trying to get themselves for the A push. They've got Kiyoshima still trying to keep G2 honest by providing presence and delaying rotation by being towards Banana. And in fact, actually, the bomb is going that way. Again, Kiyoshima is incredibly key right now, so is Fox. Who's going to win this battle? This is so incredibly important right now for both sides. Of course, Fox hits the shot, and JKM, as usual, is playing in front of the smoke. Now, will they check this spot? He has wrecked them from this position so many times before. The nades are coming in. Apex is not looking. He's not looking. And JKM will take down 2 players. Massive kills coming in, and Fox is there. As if it couldn't get any worse here for EnVyUs. Fox is going to whiff the shot there, but Happy down critically low. And there it is once again, overtime. G2 will never go down without a fight.
Fox with the penetration shot there to get the first tag, and then following up to finish things off. The B site it's almost like it's a giant castle with a moat around it, and EnVy are just running around the moat with horses, and the horses just getting blown out of the water with cannons fired by one man from Portugal, who is showing you who the boss is towards B. G2 will continue with that momentum in a minute and a half when they will continue on the CT side. Fox with 34 frags.
He's been so damn clutch, to be honest, just hitting these insanely crucial kills. And you can see that kind of rattled them as well, because, you know, that kill onto Kiyoshima, it drew all the attention to Fox, who was then pulling back. And again, I can't believe that Apex didn't check for JKM there, because he's played in front of the smoke. It's not a surprise anymore at this point. He's killing multiple players from that position multiple times, and perhaps they felt like maybe a Molotov went in there when it didn't. That's also possible. And well, this is looking very interesting right now. Again, it's impossible to say who's going to pull this one to the victory, but I'm sure a lot of the fans at home are hoping that we just at least see 3 maps. Even if you're a fan of G2, you probably want to see 3 maps in this series. It's pretty good.
Fox is sharp as a butcher's pencil at the moment. He is barely missing any shot, if any shots at all.
Yep.
Only 2 assists. He is just a killing machine at the moment. You have to start to wonder if G2, for example, are to take this over the line here, and especially if it goes to 3 maps, what the fatigue is going to be like going into the final for one of these 2 teams. And EnVy, look at the stress on their team. If they manage to bring this back, I mean, what are they going to have left for the final at this point? This is an unbelievable match so far. 15 seconds away now from the continuation of this madness.
And, well, back to the T side, it will be for... Actually, no, it will be G2 on the CT side, I guess, staying on the CT side. So, EnVyUs, maybe they can work something out. That's something that they have going for themselves, at least, staying on the T side. Of course, there were some rounds that they're going to feel better than others. Obviously, they're going to feel probably a little bit salty about any rounds that went towards B, just because of JKM and Fox. It is actually just ridiculous them moving in there. And right, here we go. We're kicking the second overtime off between G2 and EnVyUs. The winner of this map is going to be incredibly important. The win on this map is incredibly important for EnVyUs to take it to the decider. Can they do it?
EnVy presumably looking for a pop flash peek here to try and force Fox off the angle. He's going to get the kill regardless. He is in it for the spinach stand. He's got JKM behind the smoke now. Another 2-man spray down for him. They just cannot take the B bomb site here. Another frag for Fox. There's only Apex left. He's soon to fall as well.
Absolute madness from Fox. Why do they keep going B, James? Why do they keep doing it? Did they hate themselves? I don't know, but Fox and JKM are absolutely monstrous.
Somebody needs to make a sign. Get 3 signs, right? Don't go B on the signs in front of the EnVy windows. This is absolutely insane. Solid hold. What a pairing from these 2. The new man for the side, the Portuguese player, absolutely annihilating people with that Dragon Lore. Nasty stuff.
And EnVyUs, how stubborn will they really be? Well, they are going towards the A side of the map to open the round up just for the map control plays, as we see everyone staying well and truly away from Banana in any sense. And it looks like we might see a fast take of middle, actually, to pressure these guys back. But now it's going to be the test of G2 towards the A side. We've got Dennis there on Arch, and Rain on the other side on Quad. And here we go. Apex, the first man in right now, and Dennis going to peek in. The counter flash was absolutely brutal. Dennis with 3 kills. He can't get any more, but he did so much work already. And there is, of course, a lot of frags back on the side of EnVyUs. MBK going to slap down Rain to get the bomb planted here as 2 players coming in. It's JKM and it's Fox.
Fox missing a rare shot that's going to allow Happy to loiter on the site. NBK with only 10 HP out of position. Fox with a jumping shot straight in the face. NBK 10 HP versus 2 players here. He's going to get traded by none other than Fox. Got to find the bomb and defuse it, but look at this momentum. 2 for 2 at the moment. First to 21 rounds. Sorry, first to 22 rounds, I believe, will be the victor here, yes. 39 frags, looking for the 40 bomb.
My God, that timing on the flash there for Dennis it could not have been more perfect. That jump shot from Fox is unreal.
That's some Shaquille O'Neal right there, mate.
Unreal stuff there. Imagine being on the receiving end of that. Must be so frustrating for Happy. And right now, EnVyUs are looking like they could get eliminated. This is absolutely brutal. How do they bounce back from this one? Once again, we'll see them taking second mid. EnVyUs, they're moving up towards apartments quite quickly. The bomb is down towards the T-slope at the moment, at the bottom of Banana. My goodness. G2 are like a well-oiled machine right now. A very well-oiled machine indeed.
I'm going to need a therapist by the time this match is done, Dan. This is just far too stressful. Rain going to get traded. Dennis holding things down towards Arch once again. NBK Apex to full. Happy. 2 versus 2 now. Bombs at bottom mid, and they've picked off Fox, which opens up the B bomb site. Finally, Fox has been killed here. But can they get there in time? There's a rotation coming in from CT spawn, and that is none other than Jacob to try and hold things down here.
Yeah, we've got Kiyashima to be the man to plant the bomb right now, leaving Happy to cover as he tries to get that done, and Jacob could blow this round up. He's there by coils. Oh no! Kiyashima goes down, Jacob finds the headshot. The bomb needs to be planted. Happy wins the duel. So bold and brave, and he'll get himself the plant as a reward as well. That quick one-on-one was so crucial there for Happy, but his health is low. And in comes Michael Ellis straight from pool. He's going for the engagement. He knows Happy is low, and he's gonna get the kill. All the rounds on the first half of the second overtime go the way of G2. What are we witnessing?
Dan, the margin for error has been wiped out. G2 have 3 match points coming their way. There are 2 minutes for EnVy to recompose. They need to keep their heads in the game and try and figure out how they do this. And they're going on to the CT side now as well, which means that the match will be dictated by the aggressors, the T side. G2 have 3 rounds to play with. The lion has the deer in its mouth, Dan. The deer is almost out of options. That deer is EnVy. They're going on to the CT side. If they choose to go aggressive on the CT side and it fails, that's it. They can make no errors, Dan. None.
This is ridiculous. 3 rounds in a row against what G2 are throwing at them right now. G2 are almost in this like level of crazy momentum, like where every player is hitting flow state. All of them. Everybody's just going absolutely mental. How do you deal with that? It almost feels like G2 could do whatever they want at this state. And we'll have to see how EnVyUs are going to battle against that. Again, if they want to be, if they want to be the champions, the new champions, you've got to be able to come back from situations like this and show that championship mindset, the quality.
EnVy considered possibly the strongest team in the world right now, up there with TSM. I think many people were expecting a TSM EnVy final here. Let's see who will have the advantage going forward into the next few months. TSM down, Fnatic also down. EnVy with the most trying task, the worst position they've been in the tournament so far. 1 round for G2 is all that is required. EnVy have to take every round just to survive until overtime 3. And
the ridiculous thing, right, is that all of us talent we got asked and interviewed, asking us, okay, who's the dark horse pick? Who is the dark horse pick for you? And I don't think almost any of us said G2. I don't know that anyone did.
Well, they didn't ask me that.
Well,
I'm just putting that out there.
Either way, we're about to kick things off here. As James so rightly put, EnVyUs need all 3 rounds in a row just to get to another overtime. They can't even win it in overtime 2. G2 carrying an immense amount of momentum with them at the moment. It's as if they can do no wrong in this series at this point. But MBK on the auto sniper, is that the answer?
No margin for error. We've seen EnVy taking passive positions on their CT side, which means they have no information. They are not in a position to react. Again, we have Kiyashima offering the early support. MBK's gone auto sniper, actually, and he's looking for a peek as Makalele peeks. Makalele killed NPK from the position NBK is looking for in a previous round, but there'll be no engagement just yet. This is a gamble on the B bomb site with an auto sniper, not something you see every day. EnVyUs though with a good start here towards Arch.
Yeah, that's a really, really nice thing for EnVyUs right at the start, that little bit of an advantage before the play can come in from G2. Now, we've seen this kind of a play from G2 over and over again, and EnVyUs have as well. They know it can mean either the A push or the fake, and it's going to be the fake this time. They've left the Lurker and JChem around Boiler, so they're going to make their way towards B, and there is one way to actually counter this, but before we can get into that, we've got G2 pushing rapidly right now. Dennis goes straight in at the moment. NBK set up with the auto sniper. There's kill number 1. NBK's not going to stop. The flames come in as well. How on earth are they going to push the site? It's not happening. Happy's going to shut down Dennis. It's only JChem to respond, but with a measly 7, now 4 points of health, he is not long for this world. EnVyUs with a bullet to the brain, and EnVyUs hold on for 1 round, just 2 more.
The gamble has paid off, but there is now G2 have the opportunity to adjust. And we spoke about Envy on their T side trying to bum rush Fox when they knew he would be on B with the AWP. And now we have NBK with an auto sniper. If they go for a smoke and flash execute, they could even try and wall off the front of the site, for example. What is the response going to be from G2 in this round?
We shall have to see. It looks like a lot of smoke grenades will be down for Banana. For EnVyUs, we saw that work out quite well actually for them in their regular time. And G2 looking like they got the standard setup that they've been throwing at EnVyUs. And if you're feeling a lot of momentum, keeping it simple is actually a good approach. And in go the nades for that mid take. We'll have to see whether or not they have a faster or slower round in mind. Of course, they did just go for the fake off of the mid take, and just trying to bait out some of those counter grenades, as we can see that EnVyUs is starting to throw some of them in. And here it is, all the grenades soaring through the sky right now. G2 going to get the entries.
Indeed, so Envy going to retreat, going to have the lack of information, the smoke's coming through, but we've got Fox, he's on the truck here. Apex is fast spotting him, but he can't get the frag. Dennis will get taken down on the site though. Makalele going down on short as well. Fox will be soon to follow. No frags for G2. Are we going to another overtime? There's another round for Envy to get, but first they've got to kill Jacob.
JChem against 5 people here. He's been spotted. He's getting tagged through the very flimsy wooden walls there. He will find the kill onto Happy, so doing some damage. Again, not going to go down without a fight. But EnVyUs, they hold on again. But they are on the edge of the cliff at the moment, and G2 are trying to kick them right off of it.
Look at the money for G2 though. They have, I don't know if they've got more than 2 frags in these 2 rounds. And they're going to have to force it up here. 3 AKs, but we've seen them make such a buy work multiple times at what is the play. The problem is they're lacking nades as well now, so it's going to be even harder for them to try and push NBK. They do have a Molotov, they could try and throw that behind New Box, which would make it hard for him to hold an angle.
We see there was actually Happy is swapping between an AWP and an M4. He's actually, I think, pushed the AWP all the way from CT spawn so he can swap out for the M4 after he takes the shot. There is the shot there from Happy. They're going for the push right now. Can EnVyUs defend here to keep themselves alive? Will the chance to be kept alive? Yes! We got NBK with a couple frags there with the help of Happy, but we got Trace straight back in there. There is still hope here for G2 to close this one down and kick EnVyUs out of the tournament. Here it is, the afterplan situation.
They've both got smokes as well, the T side. They've both deployed the smokes, so Envy are going to have to gamble with a push here. They've got nades themselves. They've got flashbangs to come in. The Molotov going towards the New Box. Will it pay off here? Will it go in the right direction? All the nades coming out for Envy now. They have to make this work here. But again, they're on the wrong side of the smoke. Heavily tagged. Makalele falls to the flames. Dennis doesn't have enough to do it. Envy retake the site, and we're going to overtime 3, Dan. Will this match ever end?
3 overtimes here between EnVyUs and G2. Will G2 ever run out of steam? I mean, it feels like they've been pressing the nitrous button like constantly. Does it end, James?
Requesting a paramedic to the casting room, please. I think I'm going to die. Fox on the cusp of 40 kills, as is Happy. There is nothing between these 2 teams. This is an amazing match.
It's ridiculous, isn't it? And it's brilliant because it's coming down to all the clutches. EnVyUs, they don't want to take Banana, because if you look at the way G2 are actually playing their T rounds, they're setting up these pushes again and again, where it's either the A take or it's going to be the fake, and then they'll leave a Lurker towards Boiler and then push B. Those are the 2 rounds that they're setting off from one execute of grenades. And they're both very strong options from that. EnVyUs never know what's coming. One way to find that information out more safely is actually to do a Banana take. But for them to do that, they'd have to invest a lot of grenades and incendiaries in taking a deep control of Banana. And in doing so, they also open themselves up to the enormous skill of G2, and they will have Angels. And I think it feels like EnVyUs, they just want to use their team play setups and play the advantages from the defense instead of going aggressive and finding out information. And that's where these two teams are locked in. They're both locked into the same strategies because they both, I mean, that's the safest way for them both to play. And so, so this is just going to go on forever, I think, James.
I really feel like G2 missed an opportunity there to try and have a hard counter to the auto sniper on B in the second round when they had the money to buy the grenades. They had the money to smoke off the front of the site, throw the Molotov towards the new box. They had so many options available to them to try and force NBK into the open and at least trade with him, get the smoke down into CT spawn. But they chose to do it on the third round where they lacked the utility there, and NBK just got too many frags. He opened up the round for his teammates before going down. And they came back 3 versus 2. 2 Ts heavily tagged. Didn't have enough to do it. And now 1 second on the clock here. We are going to go into overtime 3. Make some noise for these two teams, people. There's a lot of work for these guys to do.
So here it is. We are going to have the auto sniper carried through into the third overtime for NBK. He found a lot of success for it, and until it gets countered, he's going to keep rocking that auto sniper. Kenny S on the AWP as well. And once again, as we've seen from G2 on their T side, it is 5 AKs for them. And are we going to see that typical strategy?
Well, Envy, again, making a read on the historical T rounds from G2. Going to put 4 people straight towards the A site, and now they're playing the more aggressive angles here. Maybe going to try and exploit G2 as G2 go for their nade execute here, if that's what the plan will be. Again, nobody for G2 on banana now. 2 men short, 2 men long for the Envy side. The flash is coming in, but Kishima is behind the box. And we have the spray down coming in. It's working for Envy. Only Dennis remains here versus 3. We know what he's capable of, though. Going through the smoke, Happy will be waiting to take him down. Good start from Envy.
Looks like they're finally starting to feel a little bit better here. And that's 4 rounds in a row that they've actually taken away from G2. So G2 is starting to feel like, okay, some of the stuff we've been doing now that was working, Envy is starting to deal with it way better. And that's a boost up onto the quad roof. We've seen, I think, a couple times from Kiyoshima. That's the first time it actually really worked out. And nobody even checked the position as they were bum rushing arch side and not quad, which is what is specifically designed to counter. So beautiful play there from EnVyUs. And Kenny, you can see that he's finally feeling confident to go for a quick pick, but he will get flashed. That is beautiful there. That single flash could have saved a life.
G2 need to look down the back of the sofa and find something else to offer Envy now. They need to change up their approach because they are being read. And if they continue to be read, then who knows what can happen. Everything's changing on a CT side now. Look at this aggressive position from Happy on his own as well. Got the pop flashes coming out. Not sure if he's going to be able to escape there. Apex is going to be the first to fall. Kishima once again holding down the short area, but a long has been lost for the CTs, causing a full rotation towards the A side from Envy.
Kiyoshima, he's managing to give them hope and hold on to this position and just slow the push into the bomb site right now. Kiyoshima still alive by Pit. This is a great place to be able to defend from, to allow your teams back into the site. And there it is, you're going to find another engagement there as these teams start to come closer and closer. Happy's there with the spray. He's going to get traded by Maikalele. Kiyoshima, though, still alive by Pit. This is phenomenal play from Kiyoshima. Rain is the last man standing to get it done, but NBK comes in with the cleanup, auto sniper. And that is another round for EnVyUs. They've taken 2 now into this third overtime. Are they finally going to be able to steal this map away?
Kiyoshima on 31 frags has been so important. He has had so many key rounds where he's kept Envy in the game from that pit position. There he goes, surviving for so long against multiple opponents, having teammates come in for distraction. Team taking it over the line there with the auto sniper. So 2 for 2. Good start in the second half for Envy. Now the pressure starts to rise onto G2.
It's actually funny because Happy bought an AWP and an M4, and he's pushing both of them towards B to be able to swap out for an AWP because he had so much money, and it's the last round of the first half. And we start to see a much bigger push onto the banana area, so Happy will be able to use this AWP in defense. But interestingly, G2, one of the first times they're really challenging banana. It's been a while since they did this.
NBK ready and waiting, had some sweets to fire from his candy cannon. Rain taking a bit of damage there, but he will survive. Bad smoke will give Happy an opportunity, but he will move before taking the shot. JKM lucky, but the auto sniper will come in to finish him off. Now, G2 know there's an auto sniper and an AWP, and they have 4 people on banana. They have the smokes here to try and wall things off.
Here we go. There's not a lot of utility for G2 to actually help them here, and they'll be moving in right now. MBK with the auto sniper only gets one. Rain with the instant trade. Happy through the smoke though, is going to find a quick kill. Michael Lele gets the trade almost immediately though, watching the traces there. And now it's Dennis and Michael Lele against 3 players as they quickly make their way into the bomb site. And the nades start to soar in, and it starts to get really hot at this point because G2 desperately need this round. Kenny S is looking, and he's going to find Dennis is going to hit the ground right now. Apex is going to find the frag. Oh, it's actually Kenny, yes. Well, hey, he's going to get it done. The man who is the most wanted of France is going to come through for EnVyUs in the last moments, and this time EnVyUs, they take all 3, James. Again, that's 6 rounds in a row for them.
They have flipped the scripts. Kenny S coming in there. Now, Envy, the pressure is released, and G2 will see if they can keep their same temperament. It's all in Envy's hands now. They're moving on to the T side, so they will be able to dictate the pace. G2 have decisions to make. Everything is reversed from the second overtime in the third. Will they try to dominate? Will they try to push down on the CT side? We will wait and see. And that's what they're playing for. And this is just a semi-final, Dan.
Yeah, this is just the semi-final. This is the first match of the day, James.
This is the first match of the day. I was not prepared for this.
Absolutely, this is awesome. This is really amazing. I'd never expected G2 to get this far, but it's so amazing how like the staying power that they have in these pressure situations. Because in situations like this, you normally would expect a team that has all the experience and the championship potential, that they've been in this kind of position before, they're used to handling it, there's so much adrenaline, there's so much pressure, that someone on the team would break, or multiple people would eventually break to the pressure, because it's enormous. This is the biggest stage that there is for this game. And as a professional player, you can't be elevated in any way more than this. So for everybody from G2 to be holding on and to continue performing and not to break in the third overtime, that is absolutely incredible.
Yeah, we've seen a good spread of kills across teams in many matches. It continues here. Happy with the 40, well, he's gone past the 40 bomb now. He's on 42 kills. Fox on to 40. Lots of frags coming here. This score is almost looking like a face-it overtime with MR5. 24 for 21 at the moment. Again, G2, the onus is on them. They must win 3 for 3, only to take it to overtime 4.
And if EnVyUs win, of course, we are going to cash as the decider, of course, as G2 managed to win map number 1. Incredibly so on Dust 2. Okay, so things are kicking off here. We're into the second half of overtime 3. Yes, you heard that right, the third overtime. And we've got the AWP onto Fox, and all AKs all around for EnVyUs, AKs for days, as we have a quick push up second mid into apartments control for the Frenchman.
Indeed, it looks like it's going to be another super fast play. We saw really fast plays there where Envy got all the way through apps, all the way up short, without taking almost any damage here. It's got Rain trying to hold things down on short. What will the play be for Envy? Starting to slow down now, but they've got no one committed to Banana at all. Again, Fox is going to be entrusted with Banana with 4 people heading towards the A side, but will they get there fast enough for G2? McLean not going to get the first frag. Then it's going to trade for him though. Rain holding things down on the side, trying to get a 2-man spray down, will only be 1. Then it's going to take down NBK as well. Trades for both teams, 2 versus 2 now.
And we got Jacob coming in, lurking from apartments. Now, there is actually a lot of time here for Fox to try to distract them, to allow Jacob to get the backstab in. That will be the huge play here. Fox is going to get smoked away, though, which is going to allow Happy to just have a cursory glance towards quad. He's going to get spotted there. Oh my god, that nade did so much damage. Happy's on 12. Only his head is showing in this duel against Jacob, though. Will he hit the shot onto Jacob? The battle rages on at the moment, and both kills come in. EnVyUs will take it to 3. They have another chance, and it's going to